Vegas, and we started in P3, and we're going to start from the beginning here. And I actually need to turn this music off. I should have already done that. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Here we're going to start the race from here. P3, like I said, expert strength championship. We're going to run the whole season, and I'm going to give you guys the custom setup at the end. These guys are tough, but Kyle Busch trying to go 2 for 2. He's up there on the pole. Here we go. Lap 1. We got Bowman starting in 4th right on the inside. But the Busch brothers out there in the front, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with today. As I figure early in the race, maybe I could get underneath them and get some clean air, but it's looking like Kyle Busch's got the better run on the outside. So Kurt, sorry about that. The Monster Energy 1 is looking good today. As they all start coming back up now, and I'm in a hornet's nest back in 5th now. I've got to get my bearings together. Denny Hamlin makes a really good run on me. As the Busch brothers have seen all championship long, they have been really stout. Get a really good draft off of Kyle's. I'm looking low here. Let's see if we got anything for him. Hold a real steady line coming out of 4 because Kyle's on our outside so far. Tires, we got it on 3 times wear since I'm only doing 13% race. It's a 37 lap race with stages since we're doing a championship. Have to have the stage points to actually take the lead right now, and thinking I'm looking all right here, that I built a pretty good setup, but I found out, as y'all can see, I'm on the onboard. I'm in 3rd gear, which is a preference for some people, but really trying to hold off Kyle because I know once he gets out to this fresh air, what's going to happen. Still holding on the 1st. Just got Kyle Busch peeking right behind me, right on my bumper. Really make me loose there coming off. Gets the run inside, kind of bumps me. And now I'm just trying to let off a little bit. We're on lap 5, and the tires are wearing quick. I'm 3 times wear. As you can see, Kyle Busch has got like a phenomenal car, so I figured let's just draft off him right now. You know, take it easy, kind of draft off of him. See how it takes. And it's not been working out too well. Like I'm trying to draft off Kyle Busch really well. Got a really good stable setup. Tires are starting to fade a little bit. 3 times wear, as we say. But so I'm really not giving it 100% throttle in the corners. Really tough. I'm gonna dive it in there low on Kyle Busch and see if we got anything for him. As you can see, Brad Keselowski's in 3rd back there coming. We're getting to about 4 laps to go to the stage. It's only a 35 lap race, like I said. So Kyle Busch is eating me up right now on the high side. I'm down low, just trying to do the best I can to stick with him. So far the car's been really nice and stable. But I'm starting to lose speed for the tire fall off. Brad and Kurt, which been strong all year, they're making a run back there coming, but still able to hold on to 2nd place here. Built a really good setup, which I will give you guys at the end of the video. It can compete with the 105 AI all day, and I'd say around 30.3s. You can probably do better. As I am on a wheel, you might have to change a few things. As you can see, though, I have got nothing for Kyle Busch. He's almost broken the draft on me. I'm starting to see Brad Keselowski creeping closer in my mirror there. So kind of worrying me a little bit there. 3 times where, you know, you get the tire fall off on heat 4. I was hoping to stick in Kyle Busch's draft there and just kind of hang out, but unfortunately that is not happening. I'm getting pressure from Brad Keselowski for second, as I believe we're on the last lap of the stage, and we pull off a second place finish in stage 1. So right now, as close as the points is between me and Kyle Busch, that is a good thing, getting a second place finish, but it'd be better getting a first. These guys are tough setup, you know, on expert mode, which the AI set on as hard as they can go. It's not easy. But looking good here in stage 1 with a second place finish, lap 10 of 35. I believe stage 2 is actually a longer stage of 12 laps. It actually sets up for a short stage 3, which surprised me because I'm trying to get pit stops in, but it's not worked out in my favor. We've had cautions, but here we go on the restart with Kyle Busch on the bottom. If maybe we can get a little lead on him early in the stage, we might be able to have something for him, but it's going to be tough. He's been the class of the field here at Vegas, the one you'd want to put your money on. Him and Brad and Kurt all season long have been tough as a car. I tightened it up on the pit stop, and it almost bit me right there, but I'm able to hang on to it. We haven't even had really any contact all day. We got damage on, so we want to keep these cars clean. And right now, just kind of riding, and Kyle Busch don't want to let him break that air again, but we got Keselowski driving hard underneath right now. Almost 3 wide, because I'm starting to see what Kyle Busch is doing up there on that high side, starting to play with it a little more. Make a move to the bottom since he's leaving the door open. But he's got so much speed today. If I want him to make contact right there, I could, you know, but that's the only way. Right there. Keselowski's still hanging with me. I'm hoping he can come up here and just give me a push at this point. Kyle Busch has been so strong. He was strong at the last race in Atlanta, which these are 2 super fast setups, both of them that I gave away. And you would figure you'd be able to come out here and just blow the AI out and be lapping them in a 35-40 lap race. That is not the case. They made this game pretty well when it comes to racing the AI. Kyle Busch kind of making a mistake up there and got too high. I'm not able to keep my car pinned down to the bottom right now, but in Vegas you really want to kind of be about a half a lane up. Right there between them white lines is almost perfect, but you see I'm trying to get down there even lower. Hanging with Kyle, just cannot get up there and make the pass. I would literally need Brad to get up there with me, I believe, and almost get into the bumper there. I think we make a little bit of slight contact, but no damage, thank goodness. The 52 Pro Core car has been there, you know, pretty clean all day. It's, like I said, I set these up, the setups kind of for, you see what the car is going to do in a league race, kind of. And race clean. There's a few times I could have clipped Kyle Busch and took the lead, but that's not how I want to win. I want to do it as realistic, as real as it can get. So these are just kind of for fun videos, man. If some guys it helps out, it helps out. But I want to give a lot of credit to Red 442 because he helped. Watching his videos helped me a lot on learning how to build setups, which this setup a lot is really about his chassis with my gear ratio, and it's just a real stable setup. But still, go back to the race, Kyle Busch has pretty much led every lap of the race as I've been there second. Brad Keselowski still in third, and Kurt fourth with Denny Hamlin in fifth. Every point's going to count. We're doing every race, a full season. Some of these tracks I'm going to have to go back to twice. I won't have to make a setup. You know, it's going to be awesome. So if I can do one of these a day, I think, you know, it'd be pretty cool to get it done in, like, you know, a month's time, a season, and then maybe do a season 2. We'll see how it goes, but that's kind of fun here. Brad Keselowski's still there. As you see, the setup's kind of falling off, and Kyle Busch is driven off. I think the tire wear just was eating me up, because we're coming to lap 20 at the end of stage 2, or maybe there's one lap to go. Actually, I think there's one lap to go. The white flag at the end of stage 2. And Kyle looks like he's going to win stage 1 and 2. And right now I got second pretty much in hand, but Brad is thinking differently. He is coming up really fast on my bumper. He's got probably a faster car than I do right now. It's just I'm holding the bottom so well, there's nowhere to really pass. Vegas is a hard track to pass at. I found that out on the short runs, you know, trying to, in stage 1 and 2, trying to get around Kyle. Now we're at the white flag lap of stage 2, lap 22 of 37. It surprised me how long stage 2 was, and Brad actually just makes a little contact to my right rear to get up underneath me, because I was kind of holding that middle groove, not giving it no room. And my tires are going bad right now. I can't get there behind them like I want to, and can't hold my car down. So at the end of stage 2, Kyle Busch wins the first 2 stages, and Brad gets second place. So we fall back to third place at the end of stage 2. So I believe that's going to put us with around 12, 13 laps to go in stage 3, which I thought would be a little longer, so we'd have time for a fuel run, which is 15 laps. But it wasn't the case, guys. Sorry, I want to get that in, but I don't want to do the longer videos. You know, 25% races are pretty long, so I had to do 13. But I took 4 tires here, guys, and everybody, the computer, the AI, it was on expert mode. As hard as you can get them. I'm using a custom setup for them. They chose 2 tires. I could not believe it. I'm licking my chops right now. Back in traffic. I mean, we got guys we haven't had to deal with all day. We're going to have to work our way on, it's 11 to go. So we're going to have to make moves quick. But as you can see, we haven't even seen Kevin Harvick all day. We just made quick work of him, because the 2 tires just not working, as well as Joey Logano and Tyler Reddick. But he's having a good run up there in the front. Alex Bowman has been fast as well all weekend. 2 tires with 10 to go, it wasn't a call to me. But as you can see, Kyle Busch out front, no one still has nothing, so I'm just trying to get to him as fast as I can before my tires wear off. Fall off is bad here, at least with the cambers that I used in the setups. You might be able to adjust the camber a little and get it better. I hope so. Let's see, now we on Almirola's bumper right now. Being conservative, man. I'm not one of them types that's going to go out there and just force my way to the field. Is actually, I just gave Almirola a little push. I'm trying to not cause any cautions, and so far this season I haven't caused 1 caution, which is a really good job of driving. You know, these AI are pretty tough, but they do hold their line on Heat 4. But we worked our way all the way back up to 6th place with the 4 tire call. With everyone taking 2, you can see the speed difference, but we only got 8 to go to catch Kyle. We're in 5th place, and it's going to be tough sledding from here, as we still got Denny to get around. We got to get around Brad, so you got to do this quick. As Denny chose the high line there, kind of gives it to me. I'm kind of wanting to push Brad Keselowski right there, but he actually goes high, so I decided to go even lower as Bowman worked his way up to 2nd, trying to get him a good run early here in the season out in the West. I believe Auto Club's the next track, so it's a West Coast swing. This is our first track out West, actually. We just came from Atlanta. Our 3rd race in the season is actually 7 to go, and I get underneath Brad here, which still got good tires. I'm not floating up. but the speed is just not there. I just don't understand. It's almost baffling me. Maybe because I'm running a 3-year setup. I was running really fast lap times, but I did not expect these guys to be as fast as they are. It's a challenge, which I don't know if I'm going to win this championship. It's going to be interesting to see just getting into the playoffs how it goes. So that's what we're going to see, guys. And I'm going to give you guys a custom setup at the end of every race. Brad, I just can't get around him right now. He is just too tough. Nothing I can do. So I decide, hey, I'm just going to try to draft with the guy for right now. And maybe get up there and give him a little push. And maybe we can catch Byron. But Kyle Busch has just dominated. The 2 tires versus the Ford is leveled off right there. So we're coming to 5 to go. I expected the guys' tires to be way worse, but I found out that at Atlanta yesterday it was not the case. They were able to hang on the closing laps. Still riding behind, but he's a little high for my comfort, so I had to get up there and just kind of riding behind Brad right now. Our Pro 4 Ford, man, in the 52 Ford, it's not been a great race car day, but it has got us in a top 5, you know, up towards the front. Haven't led no laps. Put down a lot of solid lap times, but the fall off was a little worse than I expected. So 3 to go here. Just kind of drafting with Brad right now, knowing that I just need to conserve my stuff because the rest of the guys behind me are probably got better tires than me at this point. The cambers that I used in this setup was like a 5-6 lap setup. I should have messed with the cambers a little bit for the more longer run, but I'm happy to be in 4th place right now. As you can see, I'm trying to get a big run off the corner there, running the high side, not really steering my wheel at all on the back. Trying to stay everywhere Brad goes, I'm trying to go, because he is trying to walk out of my life. It comes to 2 to go right here. And Kyle Busch has led every lap of the race. Is there anything we're going to be able to do? Is there going to be a caution? So far, there hasn't been a caution all day, which we had 3 at Atlanta. Or no, 2 at Atlanta, none out of our own doing. Daytona was a clean race as well, which I didn't broadcast it. I wish I would have, so we could have had the whole race, but we will be coming back to Daytona, and I did give away my Daytona setup yesterday. But as you can see, still 4th place here at Las Vegas. When you got them guys on expert, and they mean expert, it's going to be a tough season. Especially, I'm not really a road course guy, so far it's been an easy first 3 races. But when we get to some of these road courses later on, like Sonoma, Watkins, Twin, it might be a little tougher for me, but we'll see. But still kind of hanging in there with Brad. Is actually Logano has caught up to me on the right rear and kind of giving me a little push back to life. But we're coming to the finish, and I'm going to hang on to a 4th place finish, guys. So last week in Atlanta we finished 4th, and then this week we finished 4th. So kind of interesting. After winning the first race of the season, I didn't lead a lot of laps, but like the last 3, but it surprised me, to be honest. I thought I was going to be able to come out here and run with Kyle, but as you can see, Kyle has 2 wins. I have 1. Kyle has 13 playoffs. I'm actually went to 2nd place in the standings here as we went and got Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones in 5th, Kurt Busch is in 6th. On the roll of 7th, Truex. We're all the way down the line. Pretty realistic so far. But now let's get to the setup, guys. You see Kyle Busch cutting 30.5 with the fastest lap, so I just never could get that hot lap. I know. William Byron started all the way from 39th and went to 2nd. Michael McDowell went from 14th to 30th. like I said, this is, alright, let's go get this set up here, guys. And if y'all can, man, please subscribe. I made it easier so people didn't have to search for Mike Pittman. It's Dirty South Racing Network now. It's easy to find on YouTube. You'll see the car that's out there, the 52 Pro car right there. That's going to be going to ISM next. That's going to be... I got a custom setup for this track already from running the esports today. So we might make this video pretty soon after Giggity runs trucks tonight. But at 7 o'clock, tune into that. Let's see. 8% complete. Let's go to this setup here. Monster Energy. Las Vegas. 2 wins with a 105 speed rating, so you can see it's out of the 8 races I've ran there. I've run a lot of online races. I'll show you all my record at the end and how many, you know. I'll even show you my esports standings. You know, I'm not a top 40 guy. I'm probably top 50 in the game, maybe. I'm just consistent. But with the help of Red, man, 4424. Y'all, if you had, I'm sure a lot of these guys I've seen in these videos already know, but thanks to him, he really helped me. But a lot of these you're gonna see in the setup's got a lot of similarities. It's just my little twist with a different gear ratio, a 3-gear ratio, and a few tweaks to the chassis that were different. Let's see, custom race there. I'll leave it up for you guys for a few minutes. Like I said, I thought about messing with these bumps and rebounds just to see if I can get anything out of it. And the front ride height at 4.5 and the rear ride height at 4.5, which that's how I ran Atlanta as well. I thought about lowering, playing around with just to see. But really stable car. The wedge, I did go up to 50.3 in the race because I was getting loose on the very end of the run because it was on 3 times wear. Pretty standard shock settings, tire pressures, you know, pretty standard. This is where I think I messed up over here, guys, on the camber. I should have played with the camber a little more for the long run and maybe the front sway bar and went up to maybe 11.75 on the track bar. But wheel lock, I'm on a wheel. I used the 8, but this my setup, my gear ratio down there. This gear ratio, I mean, I've hit 30.3s with it, about the fastest that I can, but it's pretty good because what you can do is if it comes to a fuel mileage race, if you notice my 4th gear is at a 105, you can flip into 4th gear and almost run the same lap times, maybe a little slower, but you're running at 7,000 RPM and you're saving massive amounts of fuel. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, and that's going to conclude today's broadcast. Like I said, I already got a custom setup ready for ISM. Let's see where we're at actually today at ISM in the esports real quick, and before I shut it down, made a few runs. I think I was at a 105, so I was like 40th, but let's check real quick. I will be giving that ISM, I might go ahead and do that ISM video here soon tonight so everyone might be able to use it. Let's see. Oops. Okay, let's see. '57, 405.581. Okay, that's not terrible, but let's stats before 28th at Road America, 44th at Atlanta. I unfortunately missed Talladega. Been doing not too bad lately. Just gonna get real Thursday, which I'm just doing it for the fun of it. But you guys have a good night, man. Thanks for tuning in, Dirty South Racing Network.